Welcome to a new Draw My Life video.
Hey there, TikTokers! Welcome to a new Scary Tuesday. Surfing the creepiest pages of the internet, we have found one of the creepypasta that has left us more traumatized so far. Childhood destroyer tale in every sense. We're talking about the true story of Phineas and Ferb. But before we start, we'd like to introduce you to our new project, My Life Sucks, in which we will draw your most embarrassing anecdotes and stories, and we are sure that will make you laugh for a while. We'll leave the link to the channel in the description box and at the end of this video. And now, let the horror begin. Phineas and Ferb is an original Disney Channel series created by Dan Povenmire and Jeff Swampy Marsh. It was officially released on February 1st, 2008. The series follows the adventures of Phineas Flynn and his British stepbrother Ferb Fletcher during the summer holidays. Every day, the boys embark on a big new project, which bothers their sister Candace, who always tries to reveal their mischief to their mother, Linda Flynn Fletcher. The brothers have a platypus as a pet, called Perry, who leads a double life as a spy for the OWCA, the organization without a cool acronym, which is in charge of disrupting the plans of Dr. Heinz Doofenshmirtz, a mad scientist who wants to destroy the Earth. This is the story of the series we all know, but sadly, the true origin goes back many years to 1993. In a small mining town called Yultin in Russia, now a ruined place that has practically disappeared into the snow. In a humble house lived with her family a girl named Candace Flynn, victim of a childhood full of upheavals. Candace had a younger brother, Phineas, who was too hyperactive. When they were just babies, their parents divorced, and they remained in the care of their mother, who never paid enough attention to Candace for all the work her brother required. They moved to the city of Danville in the United States, and her mother remarried the British Lawrence Fletcher. Lawrence had a son with a severe case of mental retardation, Ferb, who could barely speak. Candace was always excluded. She felt she didn't fit into the family, and so she developed a boundless imagination. Every day, Candace told her mother the incredible feats her brothers had performed in her absence, but they were so unbelievable that she never believed them. Her mother, already bored of this situation, decided to take Candace to a specialist, psychiatrist Heinz Doofenshmirtz, who diagnosed her with severe schizophrenia. She was prescribed a lot of strong medications. As a result of the use of these drugs, Candace's situation worsened. The psychiatric drugs intended to calm her erratic impulses also had side effects. She was reliant on the drugs for everything. Even though she was always on medication, Candace couldn't stop imagining her siblings doing thousands of crazy adventures. Seeing that nothing worked, she was recommended to keep a diary as a therapy, in which she captured each of the adventures of Phineas and Ferb, explained in great detail. Seeing that the doctor's recommendations had no effect, she moved on to using hard drugs to escape her mind. At the age of 14, Candace Flynn was already addicted to LSD, which led to an increase in her already distorted appreciation of reality. Early in 2007, Candace Flynn was found dead in her room, along with a written note on the last page of her diary. Forensics deduced that Candace had died of an overdose. By the end of the year, Candace's troubled mother offered the stories to the scriptwriters of the series. And on February 1st, 2008, a world premiere of Candace's Altered World, called Phineas and Ferb, was released. Do you think it is true? Everything does seem to fit together, but we are convinced that it's all a lie. Although it is very scary, isn't it?
If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it. And if you want to see more Draw My Life videos, subscribe to our channel. See you in the next episode!